Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, 1960 Ford F100. This is a beautiful little truck. This is a Southern California truck, so you know everything on it is not rusted to death like stuff we get up here. This is a nice truck. Gentleman, customer, he just bought it. Came in, had a bunch of problems. He found out that the actual oil pan is hitting the cross member. So we're going to have to fix that. We're going to end up pulling the whole motor and everything out of it and getting the cross member and the oil pan not to hit anymore, as well as the transmission was hitting the floor pan. So we're going to have to space that out, make that fit. And the oil pan is actually riding right against the cross member, and I'll show you that later on in another video. Another problem he had was a lot of the electrical components on this truck wasn't working. Whoever did it, they tried to do a really nice job wiring this up, make it as neat as possible, but it's not great. There are things that are wrong with it. I don't care for these connectors. They don't seal up the wiring. And what happens is, if you look real close, you could see how much corrosion is starting to happen in here. And it starts making things not work 100%. You can even see the corrosion up in this one here. So we're going to take all of the wiring out of this truck. We are going to rewire the whole body of this truck. Then we're going to go ahead and repin out everything for the motor. Get all of that right, because again, we're having issues with the wiring and things not working the way they should. We also can't get full acceleration out of it the way they have the fuel pedal hooked up for this. So we're gonna fix all that. And if you go inside, you can kind of see why we're having an issue with the wiring. Everything is red. All of the wiring back in here is all red. There's a couple of other colors, but the majority of the wiring is red. It was just, we're trying to follow wires, and how do you follow everything is red? When it goes from the outside to the inside, it's red. When it comes inside, it's still red. They're all red. So we're going to get that all fixed up. You can also see the wiring that was done on the back side of the dashboard. And what happens was, you would turn the key on and all the gauges would just peg out. They would all go right to full or the highest temperature or whatever. The oil pressure gauge was the only gauge that worked because it was mechanical. So yeah, it turned into a little bit of a PIA. So we're going to get all that fixed and just get this truck nice, because again, like I said, the oil pan hits the cross member. This cross member, let's see if we can kind of see it from up here. If I bring my phone all the way down into here, yeah, there you go. You see? The oil pan, that thing that says Moroso on it, that's the oil pan. So that right there is the oil pan. That right there is the cross member. Well, the motor has to vibrate and move around, and it can't because it's sitting on the cross member. That's not good. So it's going to end up wearing a hole into the oil pan or destroying something. So we're going to have to pull the whole motor out and either move things or cut things or change things around somehow to make that all fit. And like I said before also, the top of the transmission is hitting the bottom of the floor underneath the truck. Got to make room for the transmission and the floor. There just has to be room between them. So we have a number of things like that to do. The fuel tank, it almost touches the ground when the truck is on the ground. And if we go under, there you go. You can see how low. There's the bumper, there's the fuel tank. Way too low. And if you look on the straps, you can see where the fuel tank's been hitting. So we're gonna raise that fuel tank up quite a bit. Try and get it as high as we can until it's just about to touch the floor and get that all nice. One thing they did do that was nice, put a little access panel here so you can get to the float. That is really cool. The sending unit, the float, all that stuff is right there. And then we have the gas tank filler neck right there. Might flush mount that, but we're not sure yet. Got to see what the owner wants. So there you go. That's what's going on with this 1960. Nice little truck. We'll keep you up to date as we go. Have fun. Okay, bye.